Ladies and gentlemen, in the entertainment world on television in the 1980s, certain stars rose quickly and fell quickly due to different factors. Either it was self-inflicted or people got tired of the show they're on or tired of the actor or actress. But in this case, half of the Crockett and Tubbs team on Miami Vice, Don Johnson has held his celebrity over the years. He's appeared in a myriad of shows. But Philip Michael Thomas had a little bit more talent than Don Johnson. A better singer, a better actor in my opinion, more handsome, great body, great presence. And for some reason he didn't become the superstar we all predicted when he was on Miami Vice. Now Philip Michael Thomas is currently retired from the business. Now he's an actor and musician, best known again as Detective Ricardo Tubbs in the hit 1980s TV series Miami Vice. I think he was black Latino in the show, I could be wrong. His first notable roles were in black films, including Coonskin 1975 and opposite Irene Cara of fame in the 1976 film Sparkle. After his success in Miami Vice, he appeared in numerous made-for-TV movies and advertisements for television psychic services. He served as a spokesperson for cell phone entertainment company Nextones and also voiced the popular character Lance Vance in the video games Grand Theft Auto Vice City 2002 and Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. He's also the inventor of the term EGOT for a performer that's won an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. He said in the mid-1980s he would like to do that within 5 years. It never came about, but it's forever linked to PMT, as we call him. Now, born in Columbus, Ohio, his alma mater is University of California at Riverside. Became active as an actor in 1972 and grew up in San Bernardino. He is of African American, Native American, Irish, and German descent, but of course the Tubbs characters seem black Latino. His father, Louis Diggs, was a plant foreman at Westinghouse. Thomas's mother was Lulu McMorris. He and the 7 half-brothers and sisters had the surname Thomas, which was the last name of his mother's for his husband. As a child, he drew quite a bit of attention. He acted in the church's theater group, his church theater group at age 15, while participating in the Pentecostal Delmon Heights Foursquare Gospel Church Choir, became interested in ministry. He graduated from San Bernardino High School in '67 and briefly worked as a janitor to save money for college. He earned a scholarship to the historically black Oakwood College in Huntsville, Alabama, where he studied religion and philosophy after high school. Now, he said in many reports on Canadian international TV he was a very spiritual person that drew a lot of his acting from his faith and what he studied about religion over the years. Now, after 2 years at Oakwood, he transferred to the University of California, Riverside. During this time, he auditioned for and won a role in a San Francisco cast of Hair, which began his acting career. He ultimately quit school to pursue acting as a profession, appearing in numerous features, including the classic black musical drama Sparkle, and his big break again came in '84 when he landed a starring role in the popular television series Miami Vice alongside Don Johnson. Now, they call that what they call MTV Cops. Every episode had an atmospheric tone brought forth by the music that was presented. Music drove the plot. Now, I saw the majority of Miami Vice episodes in French because at the time, Miami Vice was not being shown on Canadian TV in my region. But I found Philip Michael Thomas, the amount of charisma he's shown, and Don Johnson as well, they're a perfect couple. Probably the best non-gay male couple of the 1980s. And their clothes were impeccable, their hair was impeccable. This was coming right after Scarface and other similar shows where the mafia-style Don or the cop Don was in their presence. Now, the Ricardo Tubbs character was an ex-NYPD police officer from the Bronx who came to Miami seeking revenge on the person who killed his brother Raphael. In Miami, he encounters another undercover cop, Sonny Crockett, who was coincidentally looking for the same person. That's detailed in the pilot. Thomas was reportedly paid $25,000, equivalent to $65,000 today, per episode for season 1 and 2. In '86, he was given an increase to $50,000, which is $130,000 now, per episode for season 3 and 5. Johnson was paid $30,000 per episode for seasons 1 and 2, and $90,000 $235 in today's money per episode for seasons 3 and 5. Now, Thomas, of course, like I said, coined the acronym EGOT, meaning Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony, is reference to his plans for winning all four. As of April 2022, or the recent nominations, he hasn't been nominated for any of these awards, but he has received a People's Choice Award and a Golden Globe nomination for his acting. Now, in '97, Thomas was reunited with Don Johnson for 2 appearances in the police drama Nash Bridges. He played Cedric Rick Hawks, a deputy United States Marshal from Miami visiting Bridges in San Francisco. His first appearance was the episode Wild Card, and his second and final appearance was in the episode Out of Miami, aired in 2001 during the program's final season. Now, there was talk of a Miami Vice sequel, but never came about. In 2002, he got into video games. He performed a voiceover in the video game Grand Theft Auto Vice City as Lance Vance, a supporting character who aids against protagonist Tommy Vercetti in several story missions, while trying to avenge his brother, Victor Vance, killed in a botched drug deal with Tommy at the beginning of the game. He reprised his role in the 2006 prequel Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, which details Lance's arrival in Vice City and the beginning of his involvement in the drug business and his relationship with Victor. Vice City Stories was Thomas's final major acting role before he decided to retire. Now, very, very interesting music career as well. In Woodstock in the mid-1980s, his album hit the local record stores and throughout the States and Canada. Now, though it wasn't a hit, he's not a bad singer, and the video he self-produced was quite interesting. The music album that he released included was called Living the Book of My Life under his own label called Spaceship Records. However, it sold poorly and failed to produce a hit single, although the video for the track, Just the Way I Planned It, very ethereal, did get some radio and video play. Now, Thomas performed the title song of the album during the '85 Miami Vice episode The Maze. The episode Trust Fund Pirates featured none of his songs, La Mirada. Thomas's Miami Vice co-star, of course, Don Johnson, recorded an album shortly afterward titled Heartbeat, and Heartbeat did chart. In '87, Thomas recorded a song called Ever and Forever with Argentine singer Lucia Garin of Pimpinella fame. Now, Thomas followed up this initial release in '88 with a second album, Somebody. It also failed to produce a hit and sold poorly. In '93, Thomas teamed with Kathy Raheel to compose My Miami, which was chosen as the City of Miami's theme song. That same year, Thomas teamed with Jamaican fitness instructor Sandy Moray to compose songs for a family-friendly musical titled Sasha, which enjoyed runs in South Florida and New York. The two formed a Magic Cookie production company, and he also produced the music from Rouse's fitness videos in '01 and '06. Now, Psychic Readers Network, he was involved with that for a while. In '94, he signed an agreement with the Psychic Readers Network, to become the spokesman for the Philip Michael Thomas International Psychic Network. He appeared in television ads and claimed to have met the planet's premier psychics through his world travels. He dressed similarly to his Miami Vice alter ego, even opening the ads with the phrase, "From Miami Vice to World Advice." He appeared in infomercials with Eileen Brennan and Todd McKee and his daughter Sasha Nicole to promote the psychic line. He also released a cassette of music linked to his psychic business titled PMT Psychic Connection Volume 1. Now, Traffic replaced Thomas with Miss Cleo. Thomas did sue, alleging breach of contract, and won. In 2002, a New York arbitrator awarded Thomas $1.48 million for improper use of his name and likeness, and an additional $780,000 in interest. Now, his personal life has been very complicated. He has 11 children. Now, he married, 86, he married Cassandra Thomas. He had 5 children together, but in '98, Thomas and Cassandra divorced. Now, Thomas also has 600 children from previous relationships, but according to some of the pulp publications at the time, it was more than 11. I only can go about what the facts are. He does have 11 children. Now, Thomas is a noted vegetarian, non-smoker, and a teetotaler, non-drinker. Come Black, Charleston Blue, Stigma, Book of Numbers, Mr. Rico, Black Fitch, Coonskin, Sparkle, El Hombre de los Hongos, Debt Drug, The Dark, Hey Good Looking, Stigma, The Wizard of Speed and Time, Miami Shakedown, River Stone, Fate, and Poet Soldier, Griff, Toba, Good Times. If you can find a very interesting episode. Policewoman, where he plays Sonny, go figure. Caribe, Moving On, Medical Center. Cerrotos Court, Insight. Roosevelt and Truman, where he played Truman. The New Adventures of Wonder Woman. Starsky and Hutch, The Beasts Are on the Streets. Lawman Without a Gun. Roots, The Next Generation, where a lot of people saw him initially. Valentine, Strike Force, Trapper John. Miami Vice, 84 to 89, 111 episodes. A Fight for Jenny, False Witness. Superboy, where he played Brimstone. Zorro, A Little Piece of Sunshine. Perry Mason, The Case of the Ruthless Reporter. Detective Extra Large. Swamp Thing. Fortune Hunter. Noyo Samo Angeli, We Are Angels. And of course, the last performance, Nash Bridges. Video games. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. And of course, the remastered version of Grand Theft Auto Trilogy, the definitive edition. Again, the acronym EGOT was coined again by PMT, and as it stands right now, I think there's only a handful of performers that do have it. And I always thought, now Philip Michael Thomas took a lot of flack from the media because because what I saw in him was kind of a throwback to the suave Billy D. Williams type of black Latino style actor of the day, and he really brought his character to the fore in Miami Vice. Cool as ice, and again, he dressed impeccably, nice looking man, good body. You know, a lot of people really enjoyed him. A lot of people didn't like Don Johnson at the time for his connections with Melanie Griffith, how he allegedly treated her, but Philip Michael Thomas was known from Roots and different other shows, and like I said, although Don Johnson was considered the star of the show, in Canada, Philip Michael Thomas was just as popular. And I know one thing, ladies and gentlemen, with the right agent or right part, he could have done soap operas, different stuff, but he is retired or semi-retired, and you know, he's done a lot in his life, and I can't bemoan him. Like people said, you know, a one-hit wonder. I basically think this guy changed TV history. You couldn't have Crockett without Tubbs and Tubbs without Crockett. It worked together. The timing was right, and you know, his music career, like I said, there was talent there. It was like Eddie Murphy trying it out, or you know, Jermaine Jackson changing styles, which he did in the mid-1980s. But for me, Philip Michael Thomas, a very dear departed friend in Dalhousie, New Brunswick, told me, he said, he was a gay man from Dalhousie, died many years ago. He said, as a single gay man, he said, Miami Vice, he said, that was my date every time the show was on. So for the gay population, the female population, the black population, Latino population, and the Native American population, because he was part of the First Nation, he ticked a lot of boxes. So Philip Michael Thomas in 2022, I think would be better off he was still acting, because my God, Carl Weathers and him and all the great black actors that don't act enough, I'd like to see a mini-series with him as a lead, like a not say a black superhero, but a black lead, like a lawyer or a doctor. I think he hit it out of the park, in my personal opinion. So that's my story with the legend of Philip Michael Thomas. If you like what we're doing here, give us a like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget, The Wedding Singer made fun of Miami Vice, but you only make fun of the shows that you're intimidated by. I think Adam Sandler deserves to apologize to everybody, because Miami Vice is not a joke. That was a very good show, and it was a must-watch for people of a certain age, because Scarface opened the door and Miami Vice basically opened another door, and it was like, for the seasons was on. Edward James Olmos as well, all the character, Sheen Easton was a character actor on there. Tremendous. Thanks for listening. Bye.